Welcome to another great edition of the BFNL Netball Show. My name's Yeendy, riding shotgun this week. Always very excited, and I've got Kim Bailey with me, who's fired up after another impressive Interleague weekend, well, across the board at AFL Goldfields.
Yeah, look, it's been a big weekend. Glad that we've got through it. Interleague's not over, of course. We've got the kids still going. We've got the game this week between Ballarat and the RDFL, so that's really a good day. Was the Woodgrove Cup. I think it's named something different now. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
Goldfields Cup, we'll call it at this stage. So that's really exciting. Keep that going. But yeah, some disappointing results. I thought we might have been able to climb over the ladder and get over Bendigo. But you were there. Maybe you can give us a bit of a rundown, Chris.
Yeah, look, it was very tough across. I think the under-17s, we ended up losing that one by 8 goals, 43-35. A good sort of free-flowing game for the most part, but Bendigo showcased a bit more strength, and they've got a lot of versatility in their lineup as well. A lot of girls coming from a lot of different clubs through the Bendigo region, and in the seniors, Bendigo just got off to a hot start, and they never let up. They ended up having a comprehensive victory. They started strongly, but Kim, you know when you watch a team, an opposition team, in this case here, and they start strongly, their passes are quick, their accuracy is in front of the goals, their defence is switched on, and they carry that on for 4 quarters. Yeah,
in regards to our 17s, their campaign has been really big. They've played junior champs, they've had a couple other little things going on, and their normal club games, basketball. So, look, no excuses, but I think they are getting a little bit tired. Bendigo are a pretty slick outfit from what I know with them. There's most probably, I think in that 17s team, there's about 4 or 5 girls that have VNL experience. So that makes a difference, it does. But, you know, our girls have got their chance to redeem themselves this weekend, and then they head to Association Champs, the 17s down in Warrnambool, on the 4th of June. So that'll be exciting for them. In regards to the seniors, I think one of the things that, just from looking from what I've seen, is the big bodies. Had Gabe Richards, and who played basketball for Bendigo Spirit and Australia. So, you know, she's a massive unit, and I just, by the sounds of it, we just weren't being able to match up to them body-wise. Again, VNL hit us really hard this weekend too. We had 4 or 5 girls that couldn't play. But in saying that, our girls did a great job by the sounds of it. I think Bendigo had all of their VNL players available except for 2, where we had most probably 5 or 6. So we'll get them next time. I think next year we have Western, so
might be another miss on that one.
I'll try and find us a game. I think I've looked. I've got a plan. So hopefully we'll get the girls a game next year. But that's not their interleague program done and dusted. The seniors, they'll head down to Association Champs on the 25th of June, and Annie's got the capabilities of adding some girls and some big girls to that lineup. So hopefully we'll see better results there.
Is it almost like Saturday's game was almost like a bit of a warm up? Although, as you say, the VNL presence had a big detriment on the team itself. But is that a little bit of a warm up for the girls to sort of just get used to back and getting into the rhythm?
Yeah, it's an interesting concept Interleague for netball, because the boys are ranked, so we go where the boys go. So there's really no incentive there that really to go, we're going to go up the rankings. So that's why a lot of leagues now are looking to association championships, and that's where they can be really ranked and try and run their best teams through. And that's what we'll do. And look, those 9 girls that Annie had there will definitely go to Association Champs. They're in our best. So we've still got another 3 that we can add into that team, barring injury. So, yeah, that's where we're looking for. This is like a warm-up. I know Geelong, AFL Barwon do that now. They just look at Association Champs and they try and win that, and so do Bendigo. Bendigo are telling me their team's going to look a lot different. I know they've only got maybe 1 or 2 to come back into that team. So our team will be a much stronger team. We'll get that big posting goaler in and see how we go.
Yep, certainly a great, I guess, analysis and sort of moving forward from the Interleague program as well. I think we've got some great signs sort of coming up, and that's exciting to see. So I won't read too much into what happened on the weekend.
But well done to Annie and the girls and Talia and Georgia. You know, you represented us exemplary as always. So well done, girls. We'll get a win next year, whoever we play.
And it's great to see some big crowds down there as well, and always a great spot to watch netball in Bendigo. I think one of the prime places in the regions. We turn our attention to round 4 this weekend, and we've got some big games coming up, Kim. And we turn our attention to Bacchus Marsh versus Melton South. How do you see this one playing out?
Yeah, Bacchus is a little bit unknown. I think they've got a win, but I'm quite impressed with what I've seen from Mountain South so far. And I keep banging on about Beck Hall, but she's an absolute superstar. And I just don't think that Bacchus will have anyone to counteract her. And I think... I don't know if Mountain South's going to make finals, but I think they're going to knock at the door, which is a big improvement for them, seeing I don't think they won a game last year. So,
well, they've won for 2 of their first 3, or both sides, and it's interesting because there's only a percentage separating the pair of them on the ladder. So, in terms of the way the 2 teams have started, it is looking promising to be a maybe closer game to sort of get into it.
And I think they're quite even all over the court, except for that goal shooting position, and that's what's going to tip Mountain over the edge and get them Mountain South over the edge and get them a win.
Yeah, I will side with you on that one based on and look, they've had some really good shooting performances through Beck already, and
but they've done it sometimes. So Beck hasn't been able to play, I think, a couple of games anyway, but they've still had really good performances without her. They've got a lot of young kids. Melissa's brought some young kids through, and they're quality young kids too, mixed in with some kids that have come up from 17s last year. So I think they're heading in the right direction. Yeah,
I did watch Bacchus Marsh play against Darley, and it was a very good game. It was one of the games of the opening round. So they've got the ability to show that they can match it.
Yeah, I'm a little bit I'm not that familiar with Bacchus, so I need to do a little bit of homework there and have a look. But I'm sure Michael Saker he's a great coach. We know that he's got some good experience, and just to see how the girls go, we'll get a bit of an indication. I think this weekend, as I said, pretty evenly matched. Be interested to see the result.
Yeah, watch that one with great interest as we turn our attention to Melton versus Lake Windaree. Between the 2 sides, there's only 1 victory on the board, and Lake Windaree is sitting in 10th. Melton yet to open their accounts. How do you see this one playing out?
Uncharted territory, isn't it, for Lakers to be sitting in 10th spot, and I don't think that'll last long. Hard start. Not having Mel Allen for Lakers is a big loss, because we know what a great player Mel is. But see how they go. I think they'll get the victory this week. Melton are in that rebuild stage. There's no doubt about it. You think when they won the grand final last in 2014, I think it was 2014. They've lost a lot of players. They're bringing some young kids through as well. Change of coach again this year. Lakers will be too strong all over the court. They've got Katie Williams, who's coaching now, and wished it and dropped down to B grade Katie. But Romsey had a great game last week, I heard. So Ali Brewer as well. And, you look and they've got Cara Hart. So they've still got quality players right through that team. And it's just made Pro come up with a really hard run to start with. But I think they'll get a comfortable win this week.
Yeah, I have a few concerns with Lake Windaree. Just their opponents over the next couple of weeks. They face Sunbury and North Ballarat City. Who knows? By the time those fixtures come around, we might see some change. But at this present stage, those 2 sides have only lost 1 game between them. So, as you say, they're in uncharted territory. They need to get a win here, but their next 2 weeks after that, it's going to be very hard for them.
Hard run, isn't it?
Yeah.
To come up against those 2 teams. I think the only shining light there when they played North is that maybe Sasha McDonald still might be out with that injury, but they're strong all over the court too. Look, Lakers have the quality there too. It's just get the wins on the board, and sometimes you just need that one win to kick you off. To really put a stamp on the competition, they need to beat one of those 2 teams. So it's a big challenge the next few weeks, but I'm sure Katie Williams is up to it.
Well, I mean, we can't really be talking finals now, but these are the games that can shape your quest to get there.
It's a bit like the Swans Hawthorn scenario, isn't it, at the moment? Yeah.
Just not used to seeing this.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing it, but as I said, I think they'll get the win, and see how they go the next few weeks.
Redan versus Ballarat.
This will be a cracker. This will be a really good game, I think. I think Redan have surprised me a little bit, and it shouldn't, because we know Kate McMahon is coaching there, and she has the habit of just pulling rabbits out the hats. But two ex-Sovereigns coaches coming up against each other, Gary Cook and Kate, so be good. They've got great young kids right across their line. Emma Inaverity, which is Emma Henry, she's got married, so had a cracker of a game last week, and she's been able to swing between attack and defence, which has been really good for them. And Ruby Parry has been on fire as well. They've still got Erin Riley to come back into the team. I know Ez has given the all clear to train. She trained on Monday night and looked really good, but just maybe a week or two away with that dodgy finger. Ballarat, they're I think they're in the rebuild as well, just with the loss of Kelly Moran has sort of really affected them. And why wouldn't you? You know, a girl that tall and that was that talented, you lose her. But Katie Lindquist has been on fire. Abby Wilshire's been quite good as well. And, you know, I'm sure they'll continue to climb the ladder, but I think Redan's just going to be too strong this week.
Yeah, I like the way, having watched both teams play, out of the two, Redan seemed to be moving the ball a lot quicker, a lot sharper with their accurate passes. So they just seem to have a bit more strength and versatility around the court as well, which is really good, and that strength up forward with the goal shooting department.
Yeah, and as I said, they can switch really quick between attack and defence as well, and their transition's really good. But Gary's a really smart coach. You know, he'll get those Ballarat girls up and about. I think it'll be a really good game. It's most probably, to me, this is most probably the game of the round. But I'm gonna stick with Redan.
I'll go with Ballarat just to try
we like
and...
a bit of mix-up.
Yeah, just to try and change it. My heart actually lies with Redan, but I'm backing it. If we're going to see a bit of a twist here, I reckon Ballarat will pick it up. Sebastopol and Darley. Sebastopol, obviously big talked about during the pre-season, and they're flying 3 from 3. They are up and about. Yeah,
and down at the Borough, they'll be really excited there. George Cairns done some great recruiting too. Darley have had a couple of really good games though. They've, I think they're 1 from 3. From 3, yeah. So
and they haven't been bad in the games.
No, and they took it up to I think Sunbury the other week. So, you know, good luck to them. Renee Hulls obviously can get the best out of the girls, which she's been doing. But I think. Sebastian, they're up and about, aren't they?
Yeah.
Looking pretty good.
It's hard to tip against them at this stage.
Yeah, and, you know, they just play such a tough contested brand of netball, which is great, and that's what we want, just that defensive pressure constantly. I'm going to go for Sebas.
Yeah, I'm going to side with you there, and I'll be sort of penciling in the fixture on Sunday, June 4. Who knows? We could have the two teams, Sebas and Sunbury, going in undefeated. That would draw a crowd in itself. Forget the footy. That's the one where you want to go to. As we turn our attention to the final game, Sunbury versus East Point. Sunbury again, just flying. 4 wins from as many games, unstoppable at this stage.
Yeah, and I think the scary thing is VNL's finished now on a Saturday. And a Sunday for a little while, so they're going to be getting back to full strength, which we haven't most probably seen them at full strength yet. So this is the week. East Point have dropped off a little bit. I think when you lose Kate McLeod out of your lineup, it's a big loss. Most probably was the best defender in our competition. But Lauren Dew's been playing really well. They haven't had Emma Farrell for the last few weeks, but I think she's back next week. And they make such a great combination in goals together, and they really complement each other. It'll be a really, really tough game, but I think Chloe Curran, that tall target, she's a Beck Caldwell type player, you know, the same type of thing, and she's fed beautifully. Taryn Munro's been on fire as well through the mid-court. Good test for East to see how they can recover, but Sunbury's just, as you said, Sunbury's flying at the moment, and yeah, I've called it already. I think they're my premiership favourites. Yeah,
and the way Sebas are going at the moment, quietly slipping in there.
Yeah, and that's the thing, they are slipping under the radar a little bit, aren't they, Sebastopol? And clubs love that. I know when 2013 when I was coaching Sunbury, and we just kept sliding under the radar, and it worked. So,
but the beauty about it with Sebas is there was a lot of preparation. I think 5 years sort of building their list to get where they are this year, and they had this feeling around the club that this was going to be the year that they were going to make their mark, and hats off to them, they've succeeded in that so far. Yeah, look, they've had a little bit of time to gel together as well over the last few years. George's made some really smart recruiting moves this year and brought some club legends back to the club. Which is great for morale and great for club culture. So they've done it really well. Most probably got one of the biggest netball supporter bases. If you get a chance, did you have a look? No, I haven't had a chance.
They just move in packs, Sebastopol, and it's great to see that support they give each other. And but I think Sunbury will most probably have a comfortable victory. I was going to try and pop down to that game, but we've got the Junior Interleague, so I won't get a chance to have a look at it. But
which is down at Boardman Reserve in Sunbury.
Boardman Reserve in Sunbury. So many of the people at East Point have got kids playing and would like to just pop up. It's only about 2 minutes up the road from Clark Oval. Come and see it. Hopefully the weather, it's going to be 19 and little bit of rain, but we'll be fine. It should be good.
And the action starts early as well, so you can get in there and catch a little bit.
Yeah, so the junior games, first game is the under 13 game, and that's at 11, 15s at 12, and 17s at 1. Our elite talent squad, as we call them, they've been playing down at Barwon Junior Champs, and they've just been slaying it down there as well. And last year they were pretty competitive games, but I think we've just got super teams. Our under 15 team in particular, I think they'll most probably nearly win the association champs again, and our 13s are just as strong, 17s as well, all over the place, their strength. So got my AFL Goldfields cap on,
yep.
But you know, I can just see them most probably walking away with 3 victories on Saturday. So yeah, good luck to both teams for both leagues. It should be great to see the talent that's available through Goldfields, and it's a great concept, and I love it. So if anyone get down and support it, see you on Saturday.
Get down and support it.
Come and say hello.
Well, Kimbo, thanks so much for joining us again. Well, and everyone watching this week, as we've packed so much into this show, which is great.
It's supposed to be short and slick. I think we didn't go short and slick,
did we? We ignored the running sheet. We ran for gold and ran with all the excitement going on, because it is an exciting time. We hope you have a great weekend of netball, enjoying all the excitement from our Interleague and some great matches coming up in our grade netball. Kim, we look forward to joining these guys next week.
No worries. See you later.